Well, here's my next project. 68 AMX. They're pretty valuable. This one is not too bad a shape. The guy was trying to strip the paint off of it here. Looks like I need a tail light. Got a little dents here and there on it. 14-inch wheels. Looks like this fender's rusted out pretty good. I can patch that. It had another fender put on it. Looked like there's a kink there. He's had some seats that folded all the way back. Don't look like it's let me see if I can get it up. It looks like it's holding. The dash is not real good. The door panels, and looks like some fools tried to put shag carpeting in this whole thing. Inside door panel's not bad, but it's an AMX. This one originally was a 343 automatic, and they changed the motor. This is out of a 72. This is a 401 motor, and this is the biggest motor they put in them. It has a Go package on it, which is positive traction rear end. There were some stripes. It was a different air cleaner, and 4-barrel carburetor. Starts and runs. That's what I'm going to do today, is fire it up. Carburetor obviously needs some work. It's got a leaky wheel cylinder over here apparently, so there's no brakes on it, but it's basically pretty straight. A lot more work than I had hoped. Got quite a bit there around that fender, this fender, both fenders. You can get fenders for it for probably 150, 200 bucks. Some of this looks like it's been hit or something. I'm not sure whether the fenders, you know, that's back 2 inches. I'll have to figure out what's going on with that. Don't know what's going on with this one. Looks like this whole back piece here is, see, I got like 1 inch here and 1.5 inches there. This looks straight across here. Don't know what's happening with that. Looks to me like the insert is straight, but the fender's pulled out. Well, I'll figure that out. Like somebody put a new brake cylinder on it. Oh yeah, it was another one of them, power brakes. This has got dual cylinders in it in the front, and power steering. Somebody put a lot of time and money in it at one point for all this paint. But basically the cars here, these are fairly valuable. This one with a halfway decent paint job, probably worth $20,000. I paid $7 for it, and the only reason I paid that for it was because it has a big 401 motor, and so it ought to run like striped ass ape. Anyway, I'm going to try to get some fuel in it, see if I can get the motor fired. Well, I got it fired up. I think this little fuel pump has too much pressure. I don't have a pressure regulator. So it's leaking pretty good all over the place. But the motor did fire. Doesn't seem to be idling very good, but at least it fired. Let me clean some of that gas up and try to start it again. I got some rags in there. I don't know if that camera's going to work there or not. Let's see if I can get it to run. Sounds pretty good. This one's cold and dead. Give it a couple seconds of fuel here. Jack don't work. Saw that runner out of gas, but it looks like it's charging, and sounds like flashers work. Let's see what kind of lights we got. Oh yeah, man, I need another lens there. And at least the two back ones work. Looks like this one's got a bulb burn out. Sooner or later the wiring is reasonably good. I don't know how this is supposed to work. I got the flasher stuck on now. It looks like it's turning. I gotta get some WD-40 in there. See if the horn works. No horn. Oh, flasher's still going. Well, just have to try to. I don't see any indicators here. Got a brake light on. Like all this stuff is, well, you know how wipers work. And I'll try to get some WD-40 in there and get those flashers off. That'll play hell with my battery. Well, here's the plugs. This is the back one. Looks like it was pretty carboned up. Looks like it might be firing a little. This one, I don't look like it's doing anything. This one might have been firing some since I started running. This one don't look like it's firing at all. Anyway, I'm gonna check the compression. It was pretty easy to get to those plugs. I know I should pull all four, blah blah blah, but or all 8. But I'm just going to check the compression here and just see, because that's what it looked like in the back. It's maybe half firing on a couple cylinders. It could be those, you know, those plug wires are 60 years old. These plugs aren't any good really either. But hopefully I can get it to run on all 8 cylinders. And heard a little lifter tick. That might be part of it. But anyway, let me check the compression and see what that is. Nope, key was off. Apparently when you hit the power here to the solenoid, it also fires the coil up, so we don't want anything that. But looks like we only had 30 pounds. Let's try it again. Well, 90. That should be enough to run. Of course, I still got the other 4 plugs in it too. Now let me just write that down here. Seriously, I'll go get a piece of paper. I was running the camera. Anyway, I'm gonna, just for the fun of it, check this first one again. Yeah, it jumped up to 120. So I didn't really have it screwed in good down there. Third one back. Looks like it's about 140. That's good. And the last one. Yeah, it's coming up on 152. Looks like about 145. So we got 145, 40, 50, and 120. That probably the 21 will come up. And that's the one that was just really oil fouled. I don't know. what's going on there, but that's plenty enough to run, and looks like a pretty good motor. I'll clean these plugs up and put them back and see if I can get it to run all 8 cylinders. Alright, clean them all up pretty good. Nothing special. Got them all at 32. It looks like these plugs are different. You can see these are long. That one's got a short. One short one. Probably a colder plug. Yeah, it's an N9 and the rest of them are 12s. 12. 12. I think that first one is probably running. I'm going to put the weird plug in the first hole. And we'll just go on down the line there. Now there's all the plugs in. I'll just squirt a little goop on them here simply so I can pull them off to see if it's missing. Little WD-40 on them helps. Yeah, I want to be able to pull these plug wires off, and yeah, that's fine. Pull them off and see if that cylinder's running or whatever. And anyway, story on this thing is, you know, somebody died and somebody else tried to fix it. You know how that goes. They got as far as putting on the new glass, and he said that this chrome piece was on the car. It must have blew off in the transport. It's a solid car. I was a little disappointed when I first saw it, but this is all just work, not really money. Some of it might be money, but for the most part, it's just work. And you know, probably some of this plastic stuff, I'm sure I can figure out something, fix that. Carpet's a few $100s. But it's all here, so that's a big plus. Trying to buy stuff when it ain't there, that's a whole nother story. Anyway, the plugs are all in. I'm gonna give it a little more gasoline. Put a hell of a lot in that carburetor because it leaks all over the place. And we'll give it a shot. And cranked it over, and of course didn't start because I forgot I got my coil wire off. Anyway, key's on. Should be able to jump it here and fire it. Maybe. Pump it a little, see if there's got any gas in it. Dig this rag out of here. Should start a while ago. Still blowing cold air. Sounds like I might have picked up one cylinder. in it. Don't know if it ran out of gas or pump did work there for a second. Try it again. It was running. I really don't know if the accelerator pump, there's something wrong with this linkage. I don't think that's full on the, I got enough gas in it now, I bet. Let's see if it'll fire again. Looks like it came off of the high idle there. Well, let's see if I can manually put that choke on. Yeah, I don't know how good that is. It might work. Let's see. Definitely just starts and dies. Well, obviously the carburetor ain't no good, or it's plugged up or something. Let's see if I can prop this open a little. Yeah, I had a little, didn't seem to want to run. My fuel line was kinked, so I didn't have any gas. Well, yanked one plug off, and that was it. Don't look like it's firing there. I imagine these plugs are bad. Plus we got carburetor stuff. Anyway, neighbor just come out and gave a dirty look to the car, so I'll leave it alone for right now. Anyway, got good compression. I think probably plugs and wires here make this thing run, and I have to do something with that carburetor. So have to wait and see. Now I can move on to the brakes. At least if it runs, I can test the brakes.